Boys, welcome to the content farm. Today we're going to be talking about the XQC and reaction content controversy that just dropped a few days ago. If you guys remember, there's been a thing for a while in the YouTube space with React content. Is it transformative? This happened before with Jinx, if you guys remember that reaction channel, and people hated him. Bob Films is the person who dropped this one today. They put out a tweet 2 days ago that really got attention now, where they talked about the fact that XQC react to a video by Lemmino. Say too, it was a very well-made video. I watched it recently. It was crazy cool. XQC version of it and the Lemmino version as well too. So the Lemmino obviously got a lot more views on it than XQC's video did, but still, people are upset that XQC react to it so rawly with just not really much transformer content. I'll admit, XQC just kind of watched the video. Is this transformative? Should this be allowed? I think there's a very hard discussion on whether people who watch XQC would find this video on their own. I personally did not know who Lemmino is, and I love his content. I watched the video and I was like, this is crazy. I'm going to subscribe and binge watch the rest of their videos after finding out from XQC in this controversy. So I think that in a way, sometimes content being pushed by a creator because they react to it could help. I'm not saying it's always good, and I think people are starting to say maybe there should be a revenue split. So Mudahar said, it's just saying garbage like this fills the recommended tab, which it is true. Reaction content fills a lot of it. I've seen it a lot, but I'm going to bring up something a little later that might tie into all this and maybe ask a question of what would we go from here, right? So I wonder what triggers people like you, revenue share, audience split, algorithm, blah, blah. I've played a million times, and most public players try to attack me from multiple angles just to fall flat in their face. I like how XQC got attacked here, and no one even talked about the fact that, like, Hassan did the exact same thing. If we go to it, Hassan did the same thing, and no, whatever. So Mudahar then had another interaction where he tweeted this, this paragraph of this, trying to use big words and just destroy him here. I know you're not the brightest, but I don't expect you to be intellectually dishonest. Nothing inherently is triggering when you view live content on a different platform, but when you re-upload the content to the same platform and have a copy and paste same meta to further cannibalize, it gets dependent on the creator who content you're freebooting. But in your own words, now you claim you were just sharing a video with your fans with no intention to critique or transform it in fair use purposes. We demonize individuals like Jinxie back in 2017. As I mentioned before, that is a thing they did do. In large, we do so as well today. And this type of content is frowned upon by YouTube and larger any web page as repetitive and duplicate content, which is true. YouTube changed the algorithm to fight algorithm abuse content. And they have been trying to. I'll admit they have been trying to. But I know why you watch The Dark Knight, and anime is like, why not reveal those? You realize claiming content isn't a task any creator can just do. It requires access to elevated content management systems only larger studios and media groups have. Educate yourself. XQC fired back with a banger 1-2. This is crazy because XQC is known for just being loud, all cast, but we're seeing proper punctuation here. It looks like he peeled back the curtain a little bit and we see the person that XQC might actually be. I don't think he's as silly as he pretends to be online. He said, I like to use big words that so people give your take more importance by filling your unfounded criticism full of personal attacks, using anecdotal evidence, which is evidence found just by, person. To prove that the content is cannibalistic by nature. I get it now. It's all for show. You have no substance, and I guess that makes the sense that you're upset everyone is reacting to good content instead of whatever you post. Little bro back in 2017 as an example twice to try to cash his win early. This might get your Twitter drones likes, but you have to know this works internally and you have stats to back up. You don't use any, because you know it will show the exact opposite of this phenomenon. I talk most of the YouTubers and take content pieces from I react to, maybe send it to DD Fino Internet, I'm not sure who that is. I call and compare numbers on upload react. I'm on the defense, so I'll let you post the stats up. After all, I'm the dumb one, right? Until then, keep modeling, little bro. We both know why you posted that in the first place. Insecurity is a fucking big fights when you least expect it and makes you look weak. I also don't use any money argument. I'm probably the one who cares least the most original YouTube ad rev. Comprises maybe 1% of my total income, but do it, please. I do it to please my community. You know this already. Keep pretending you don't. Now, write another essay to farm some impressions and maybe generate some Twitter rev to shut the fuck up. Next time you wake up and feel like a weak ass soy boy. Take care. Just back and forth. We can, you can go all through this, and they argue a bit more from this. I'll link this whole tweet in the description, but basically, back and forth arguing. And now we're getting to a point where they go again. We have another round. We have Ludwig takes on this too, which is, I think there's 2 arguments. What constitutes illegal and more important ethical research with true transformer content. Legal, and hot doctor. So those are 2 good examples of people who react to content and provide insight on it, like doctors. There's a lot of doctors. I watch a doctor who does anime reviews, and he watches content and then gives an idea or review on how, would they survive, would they not. It's very cool. And this doctor does a very similar thing where he talks about situations or gives information on things you might already know from watching the video in itself. So they add something to the video that wouldn't already be there by just watching the video initially. And there's a fine impressions, accurate in the assumption that all impressions would go to the original creator if React videos are removed. Or would there be the impact? So basically he's saying, like, how can we make sure that the impressions from the original video are given by the React content? And I think that is true to some sense. How can we make sure that the people who have these videos that are or commentary videos would find that original video anyway without it. And I think like it is a very cannibalistic thing. It's kind of hard to know. I do think there's a finite making the whole video thing. I think it's a bit far to make a fully react video. I think reacting to it on live stream is fine, but I think making a whole video on top of it forces people to not watch it. But I think there's a very weirdly unique situation where I think that we've kind of entered an era where I think people are maybe almost a little bit lonely. I think there's a shot dark idea. This is my take on it. I think people are a little bit lonely sometimes where they will watch content with someone so they don't feel alone. I think we can see this example with number-wise here. We have, you know, Tarek with a 740 view bot, right? He's watching and reacting to the VCT Americas, right? Now, a lot of it is him just saying, you know, any primers, banning people in chat. It's funny. He just kind of does whatever. Like, I like Tarek. I like XQC. I think they're both juicious and funny content creators. But at the same time, we compare to the VCT Americas, which was live streamed on. You can see the games, same game. They have almost half the views. So I think there is something inherently that people like watching content with someone. I think maybe people wouldn't watch this video by themselves. I think it has great views, and I think it's awesome. But I think a lot of people watch this video and in turn, like, you know, this is sick. There's a good comment on it. So people are going to go check his videos after, and they show encouragement of it. Now, I know I'm sitting here not saying whether or not we should or shouldn't have this thing, but I think there is something past a different angle, just the initial creators should not be able to do this to other creators. But I think there is something people do enjoy about watching content with other people. Should they be allowed to watch other YouTube's content? Does it have to be transformative for it to be uploaded on YouTube? Or should they just not be allowed to do that in general? Happy ending for this, at least. The title was clickbait. Sorry about that, but, you know, gotta get views myself. What are you gonna do, right?